Hey guys, it's Ray here to give you guys a quick buyer's guide about fake figures and Nendriods. Well, Nendroid is the figure. So basically, my sister, who is currently teaching in South Korea, recently bought me a gift. Turns out to be this, right? So thinking that Korea is close to Japan, I would believe that it would be real, because my sister, she also bought me magazines, Nan Type and New Type. These are from November. These are December editions, but December, you know how anime magazines or manga magazines work, is they're released midway through the month before the actual issue. So this is December, but it was really released in the middle of November. So it was shipped to you by December and so on. So these are Japanese magazines, but they're in Korean because it's in Korea. So I expected this to be real, but it turns out it isn't. Here's the figure, and there's the packaging. So why should you avoid fake figures? In general, you should mostly avoid fake stuff, because sometimes, well, most of the times, the build quality is a lot better. I mean, the build quality for fake ones are generally not as good as the real one, because I'm gonna guess they don't spend as. I believe they're just pumping it out there to make some money off fans or people who want it. Yeah, basically they try to make money off people who don't know if it's real or not. So I received three fake things previously. This is my third one, which is my Christmas gift. Still, thanks to my sisters, but I don't like fake stuff in general, because this is the only fake thing I bought. I only bought this at a convention. You guys know I'm a huge Hatsune Miku fan, so seeing this figure, I was like, damn, I really want that. This was before Ami had pre-owned stuff, so this on eBay would have cost like $70+. But on Ami, thankfully, because they have reasonable prices, it was only like $40. This was $50, so shipping this, the real one, only cost like $5. So this was $45, this was $50. In the end, I saved money by buying the real one. But knowing me, I was like complete fanboy. I was like fan orgasm, because I was like, oh shit, they have this. I really want this, because this is one of the figures that I really wanted, could never get at a reasonable price. $50, like, oh, drop $50, oh, got something I want, right? So I go back to the hotel room after buying this, being so happy, overjoyed about getting a real Figma of Hatsune Miku. But I had some guesses that it was fake. I was like, it's like there's some dirt on her face, or like, where's the plastic sheet? Usually, like, why isn't this circular, and so on. This stuff, right? So I bought it. I can't get a refund because specifically says no refund at that stall, and I was pretty pooped. But later that night, went to a midnight stream of Naruto. Not Naruto, Naruto. I should know that. Mythos. And I just spent like 2 hours just watching the show with other fans of this series and just laughing my ass off. It was a great time. But man, lost $50. It's fake. So I'll just tell you guys how to avoid buying fake stuff. I'll do the Figmas later, but first I will do Nendriods. So I have a list here about what to look for in a real Nendrioid figure in general. So here's a real one. You guys can see same height, same width, and same depth as well. Because I guess Good Smile Company does everything uniformly. Well, yeah. So first thing you should look when you're buying a figure. Make sure there's no. Here's the list. You guys probably can't see it, but one of the major things that I noticed: look for washed out colors and washed out images. If it's a washed out color image, most likely it's fake, because you guys can see this one is pretty washed out compared to this. Right? It's at the same angle. This color is not as vibrant as this, and this one's pretty. Like I said, it's washed out. Same goes with this. Same from far away. Whatever. This is pretty washed out compared to that. Washed out. That's one way of telling if it's fake or not. You guys can see it does. The figure doesn't even match the pictures. False advertisement. Sue. No, I'm kidding. Another key thing about real boxes is the texture of it. This is pretty. It feels plasticky. It has a smooth plasticky texture, whereas this one has. It feels like cardboard. It's kind of smooth, but not as smooth as this. And this is quite glossy. So, again, plasticky texture with some gloss to it. This one doesn't have that much gloss as this one. This one feels like cardboard. Another thing I noticed with this is the pictures. This one uses pretty high res pictures compared to that, right? This is a guide for purchasing it, like when you're buying it at a con and stuff, right? This is not online because you know they could steal the real image. This one's pretty high res. See, you don't see that much pixels. When I bring this one up, it's pretty pixelized. It's like the difference between 480p and 720p. It's quite noticeable up close. So like I said, make sure there's no washed out colors, no washed out images, smooth, plasticky, glossy texture, high-res pictures, and if you're buying new, it must have circular tape. As you guys can see, this one just has a strip of tape. Now let's get open. See how it's circle tape? If it's circular, that means it's factory sealed. Open it. So let's start out. Be a quick unboxing of the Nendriods. I'm not gonna do any glamour shots. Like my next videos, I probably won't have glamour shots because I was like, might as well since I have the time. So for the actual packaging of the figure, let's put that aside. No tape. If you guys can see, there's no tape around it. There could be some tape, like here. They probably won't do it down here in the top. Fake one would have a shit ton of tape. See, those are the tape residues that I've been peeling them off. Pain in the ass. Well, basically no excessive use of tape. So like, see how this has tape? It can't fall out because they taped the extra parts. Let's do something, shall we? Let's open this. Like I said, no excessive use tape. See, real ones, they don't have tape here. Look, I can pull out the small accessories and stuff, right? Pull out the arm, the leg, and the extra pieces. See? So no excessive amount of tape. Not a lot of tape on the packaging. It's maybe like 2 strips, 3 strips, 4 strips max. Not like a one giant strip like going across the whole thing, damn it. And also plastic sheets, really important. Some fake ones will also have plastic sheets in front of them or behind them, but this one didn't have a plastic sheet, so yeah. This one has plastic sheets. in front and behind, all around. Like I said, I hate Nendriods because they fall apart pretty easily. So let's get on to figure characteristics themselves. As you guys can see, there's no excess amount of PVC. Like, you don't see no mold lines. It's quite smooth texture, like really detailed, not too dark hair. And yeah. And like, the head doesn't fall off if you do that. Like I said, no excess mold lines. Like, this makes sense in this, because you have to move this part to switch the face off, because you could peel people's faces off. Here's the fake one. You guys can see there's excess PVC plastic here, and it's really rough. Like I said, real figures, to be smooth, the paint would be really nice, and there's no excess excess plastic from molding. And fake ones will smell like heavy plastic. It would smell like insane plastics. You have a distinct smell of plastic, but this one has a mild smell of plastic. Don't ask me why, but the only reason why I sniffed my figure is because when I opened this one, the fake Hashtag Maker Figma, once I opened it, I got a whiff of plastic. I'm like, shit, it's fake. So, mild plastic smell, basically. And also, like, you guys can see there's like scratches, like the scratches on the face. If you guys can see, like, if you guys can see, scratches are bad because most companies will get complaints about scratches, like, oh, why is my new car scratched, or why is like my screen scratched, something. And this one, it's pretty rigid. It's not as smooth, so it's not like petting a cat. And also, see, they messed up the paint job. Look, it's supposed to be right down there, not here. And another key thing is it doesn't fall apart easily. Let me show you. Look at the sands. Kind of get a leg. Oh, look, she lost a leg. Another key thing about fake figures is they fall apart really easily. And also, joints should be similar. Let me show you what I mean. Let me pull. Okay, we lost joints. See, look, it falls apart really easily. I pull that up. Now let's pull this up. What? Why is that happening? As you guys can see, joints, they're not similar at all. And look, it falls apart really easily. And yeah, I said, good paint job. All in all, for telling you if it's a fake figure, an Nendrioid, well, mostly Nendrioid is. For a figure, make sure it doesn't have any excess plastic from molding, because most good figure companies will try to eliminate the excess plastic because it doesn't make the figure look nice. No molding lines, what I mean is basically no scratches or no small dents and stuff, because this one doesn't have scratches or small dents. It has a smooth texture. It doesn't feel rigid like fake ones. Fake ones feel pretty rigid. When you open it or when you sniff it, you don't get a big whiff of plastic. Usually it's really mild. You don't really notice it unless you actually try to smell a figure. Also, if you guys can see, technically these are both good smile companies figures, right? So this is the base it comes with Well, I'm gonna say for most Nendriods right now, because I also have a black shooter Nendroid, and they don't use circular squares, they use square. And also, no ghetto rig like that, man. I put that down there. And like I said, no excess plastic for molding. You guys can see that small piece of plastic sticking out. As I said, it doesn't fall apart easily. She lost her leg. Has a good paint job. And joints are similar. Not similar. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll tell to you guys about Figmas after I pack this all up. You guys get to watch my awesome repackaging skills. Okay. It's like that. At one point, I'm going to be really... Damn it. I don't know how I took this off, believe it or not. So, guys, I tell you guys about it again. For what you're looking for a box, a real one, is no washed out colors or images, obviously. It's this one. Smooth, plastically glossy texture, because it looks nice, and fake ones are not as glossy. It's cheaper to use just print a piece of cardboard compared to actually putting gloss onto it, so bootleggers don't really do that. Oh yeah, and it comes with a manual. How can I forget? Comes with a manual talking about how to put stuff together and stuff. The pieces you get and stuff. Because that one didn't get a manual. The fake one from Korea. High-res pictures. Because when you're advertising your products, you want high-res pictures so it doesn't look washed out, because the person will be like, that's pretty ugly. Well, let's look at these pro. How not to damage your box. Take both the left side and right side, push down at the same time. I learned that the hard way. I damaged one of my 1/8 scale boxes. That was pretty sad. It's like, shit. So, let's read this to you guys. After the high-res picture, it must have circular tape. As I told you, this one has circular tape. I'm not sure about used, but I bought a couple of used. They still have circular tape on them. I guess like hobby shops try to use circular tape. Packaging, not an excessive amount of tape. I must tell you, this is a really important thing, because most fake ones, you just like tape all the accessories inside and tape the whole plastic outer ring with tape, whereas like Good Smile Company, I know they just put like thin pieces of tape if it's like a 1/8 scale. And plastic, some fake ones have this, but not all fake. Most fake ones don't have plastic sheets in front and behind the figure, because that's to keep it nice and fresh, and so it doesn't get damaged. It's just, again, the figure itself should have no excess plastic, no molding lines, or no holes or dents. It should have a smooth texture when you pet it. Just pet the head, dude. Unless it's like the detail, but most of the time it's supposed to be really smooth. When you open it or when you smell it, you don't get a small whiff of plastic, because the real ones, they have a really mild smell. The base is uniform across the board because I believe Good Smile Company, I bet you this is how they do it. They have one template for the box, and they have a template for the base and the stand, and they build around that. So basically, if this was a black box shooter one, they might like change the design, but they'll still use same dimensions, same type of glossy feel, same base, same stand, but different character. Because it kind of saves them money. They don't have to develop more images or anything, right? Good paint job, obviously. If it's a crappy paint job, obviously it's fake unless there's a really crappy figure making company. Doesn't fall apart easily. I must show you again. Doesn't fall apart easily. Bam. She lost a leg. Joints are similar, as I said, even though, like, see, that's really nice. This isn't nice. Okay, it fell apart. There. Now, okay, she did. Yeah. So let's do the Figma. Same rules apply for the boxes. Move this dead person over here. Now I'll put this back. You guys can see my corner of crap. I just disorganized everything just for you guys.